The following broadcast of Funny Sports on VAC TV is supported by Joseph's Restaurant.
3, 2, 1.
Touchdown, Stillwater! Look out. Beautiful! And one! Middle, she scores! Football is back in Stillwater, and tonight the Tigers of Farmington come to town for the season opener here at Pony Stadium. Alongside Don Ackerman, my name is Ted LaRue, and tonight, Don, this is a matchup where, you know, it seems winnable since Farmington went 1-7 a year ago. Yep. Stillwater openers, they've lost 4 out of their last 5 openers, lost their last 3, including those. How big is a win here tonight in the season opener?
I think you really want to get a win tonight, set the stage. You got some juniors leading the way here. I think you want Friday night lights to fill up the stadium. So you got to win tonight. That'll bring more people in. Absolutely.
Casey Vensky will get the nod here at quarterback this season for the Stillwater Ponies. And so they move Luke Cullen as well. Luke Cullen was a quarterback last year. He goes to wide receiver. And Ty Thurston as well is going to be a wide receiver. So 2 guys who have been consistently in the lineup are at wide receiver here this season for Stillwater. And this is a offense that they're going to look to spread it out, I think, a little bit. They've got 4 wide receivers in the starting lineup here this season. So, I mean, you look at the Farmington Tigers here, Don. They are, although I mentioned they went 1-7 last season. Here's the deal with them. They are very young. They were very young last year, and they return Alex Barrett at quarterback. They return Zach Chans at running back. They return their leading 2 wide receivers, so a lot of talent coming back for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's what you kind of want to do is bring back who you can if you have great talent coming up. And I think you're going to see that on both sides here.
Ponies and Tigers, as they're all ready to go. They're jumping up, and we are glad to have you along with us tonight on Xfinity Channel 15 and streaming live at our website, vactv.org. Ted LaRue alongside Don Ackerman. We are just about ready for football. It seems like it's been a long offseason, but finally football is back here in the St. Croix Valley. It should be a fun one here tonight. Looking forward to this one.
Oh, we got our flyover going on right now. Nice little airplane flying by. Somebody's checking out the action.
It is a beautiful cloudless night. There might be a few little ones, still stragglers in the sky in the background there, but it is a clear night. It is a beautiful night. Fans still filing in here to Pony Stadium. What are you most looking forward to here tonight?
I'm just looking to see these guys finally get all that practice and get to put it to good use.
I mean, that's, believe it or not, Don, back in the day I played high school football. And here's the thing about that is when you're in practice, you're hitting your teammates, you're hitting your buddies for 5 or 6 weeks.
Yep.
And finally game time comes and you're so excited to be able to hit somebody else. I think that's what these kids are feeling here right now. Stillwater is going to get the ball to start the game. Tigers will kick off. We are just about ready for football. It's going to be a great night here tonight. Nick Lacose will put it in the air, the senior kicker here for Farmington, and we are finally ready for football live here on VAC TV. And the kick, a short kick, booted in the air. Thurston was there, but he's just going to let it go out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
Like you said, beautiful weather. Hardly feels like summer, but that's okay because it doesn't have to. Football's not really a summer sport. So
it's not. It's a fall sport, officially, in the activities department.
Yes, and it feels a little like an early fall night, so this is great.
Great temperatures in the mid-50s here tonight. As we said, clear skies, a little bit windy, a little bit gusty, but we'll see how that progresses here throughout the night as the Pony offense will come to the line of scrimmage. Vensky will be flanked by Jake Day, the running back, the senior running back in the backfield here, as we are ready to go. Vensky out of the spread. Casey, he'll fake it, quick toss here to Thurston. Great little spot route down to the 40.
I like that play. Get a couple yards. Move the marker down.
Short passing game. If you remember Cooper Yeary from last year, a senior, he's now playing at Minnesota Duluth. He was great at that short pass. Catch and then make something happen with it. Vensky will go back to throw. Fade route. Got a step on the far sideline. Just out of the reach of Luke Cullen. Incomplete.
Cullen was open.
And that was a great ball. I mean, it just inches away from completing it, and he might still be running if that one is right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, that would be a great early start. I love that kind of pass though, because you know, if you can have your wide receiver, just go get it. I'd much rather have a slight overpass than an underpass.
Early movement and a flag. This one is going to come back 5 yards with our first penalty of tonight's game.
I kind of wonder if Cullen kicks himself a little bit, having been a quarterback, knowing that ball was where it was, and he, as a wide receiver, didn't get it. He'd probably be yelling at himself.
He knows, and you got to think that's got to help the relationship here going forward. Vensky will fade back, steps up. Casey throws it long, and it's over everybody's head. Incomplete.
He had to get rid of that. They were coming in. They were coming in after him.
And that'll bring us to fourth down, and the Ponies will punt it away. Another look here on the pass from Casey Vensky. And I think he saw the coverage. So I got to get it past everybody as the Students' American theme here tonight at Pony Stadium.
God bless America.
And Cullen, he'll boot it away. High punt. Fair catch called for. He muffed it. Loose ball on the turf on the far sideline. Not sure if it went out of bounds before someone could recover it. Farmington will keep it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that even if the Ponies were to recover that, it's probably going to be out of bounds.
And now you go to this Tigers offense. We mentioned before just how experienced they are, or the inexperienced last year. They're bringing that experience back here this season. So we'll see what this Farmington offense has. As Barrett will work out of the spread. Man in motion, fumbled snap. A little bit of a gimme, and the Ponies defense will take that every day of the week.
Yeah, I guess that's game one for you.
Trying to work out those kinks, I think, is the big part. You saw Zach Jans, the junior, lined up in the slot, but he's going to be in behind Barrett on this down. We'll give it to Jans right up the middle of the defense inside the 45.
That's a pretty nice run after that sack, if you want to call it that.
It'll get them the yardage back after the miscue.
Third and a decent chunk.
Third down, 6. Barrett will roll and throw. It's got a man open. Incomplete.
Yeah,
he was very open.
He catches that, and it's an easy first down.
Looking for junior Hunter Jones there on the far side. We'll take another look. And he catches that, turns upfield. He's well into Pony territory. But that's not the case. Don, not too much going offensively. A couple of 3 and outs to start things off for both teams.
Yeah, I'm watching. Wondering what they're going to do here.
4th and 6.
It looks like they're thinking about it.
Barris was looking to the sideline. There you see Coach Labor and company saying, get up here possibly for a fake play. And a little rugby punt. Look out. And this one's going to give.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be good field position for Farmington-wise. And this one goes all the way down to the 2. It was not the most pretty-looking punt, but they don't judge you on pretty. They judge you where you land it.
No.
And that one landed right on the green.
It did. It rolled perfectly. And then the Tigers were there to down it.
Pinned right up against your own goalpost here. What are you looking to do for Stillwater to kind of get out of this situation?
Well, I mean, early on you saw they were going to look and do some passing. I'm hoping that maybe they punch it up here and establish something. You said they want to use a lot of wide receivers. We know where they have a good running back. this kind of does force the hand of the coach, though.
And this is tough. You got to be careful, especially in a shotgun type of offense. Be careful with those snaps.
Wow.
Vensky will get it. Low snap. Quick throw. Incomplete. Good coverage. Riley Foiling, the junior, knocked it away.
He had
Thurston,
no
the
space.
intended target.
No space. He was right on his back. And then that height, that snap was short. He basically picked it up off the ground.
2nd and 10 after that. Vensky. He'll hand it off right up the middle. Carries defenders. Jake Day. Trying to set up a manageable 3rd down.
Yes.
3rd and 6. Farmington fans coming to their feet, looking for a big stop here. Ponies looking to keep the drive going.
Yeah, that tie-dye wave is going.
Vensky looking on that quick slant. Incomplete. It went off the body of the intended target. And that'll get us to 4th down. Another look at it, just going right with that quick slant route. But once again, the coverage for Farmington. So 2 3 and outs to start the game here for Stillwater.
Well, and after that first punt, I don't think I want to be punting right here.
Cullen back in punt formation here for the Ponies. Got it off. That's a high and a short kick.
Man, that's high and short.
And it goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials mark it. Waiting for the officials to walk it. It's going to be at the 22-yard line.
Jeez.
That is as good as field position as you're going to get here.
Yeah, Tiger Power is definitely happening right now. Yeah, the fans are yelling Tiger Power, and that's what we're seeing.
Great field position for Barrett and Farmington here. As Gans comes in motion, and they'll give it to Gans right up the middle. 1st down and more, all the way down inside the 10.
That's a second gash like that.
Going right up the middle of that Pony defense, you said. Gashing right up the gut.
It looks like something the Tigers want to keep doing, because so far that's working pretty well.
And a little miscommunication in the backfield. Rolls out and throws. Touchdown Tigers!
Wow.
Miscommunication turns into a Farmington lead. Carter Hendrickson, the junior, makes the catch.
Well, the Ponies had it cut up the middle. Quarterback does a great job getting out, finding his teammate.
It almost looked like, if you looked at the beginning of that play, and I stand corrected, because we're going to have a flag here, and it's going to be against Farmington.
Did we get a holding call on that?
First down, a legal man downfield was the call.
Wow.
So that'll wipe 6 points off the board, and for the Ponies, they catch a break. The game started with a break with a fumbled snap, and there's a flag nullifying a touchdown.
Well, I guess that meant that was not intended to be a throwing pay, because there's no reason for you to go downfield.
I was about to say that, actually. You saw at the beginning he was looking to run it.
Yeah.
But the fake handoff, Gans went the other way. And I think he had to improvise.
And the Ponies crushed through, so I don't blame him for doing that.
Here's a sweep coming to the near side, and they get right back inside the 10. That's Eli Green on the carry. And I think you see it with this Farmington team. They are fast. Mm-hmm. They want to spread you out, and they want to get you into one-on-one matchups and try to make you miss in space.
Yeah, so far the Tigers, they're running plays, and it looks like they're showing some effectiveness in what they're designing.
2nd and 8. Barrett will fake it. Gans gets it. And he's met. That's a good tackle from Andrew Weber, one of the captains of this team. And we get to 3rd down, and this is going to be a big play right here as we take another look at the great heads-up low tackle by Andrew 3rd and 7. What are you looking here for the call?
I wonder if they're going to do a fake or a draw.
3rd and 7 to throw. Looking. Intercepted!
No.
Or no, Farmington says they have it. And they're celebrating. I don't know what happened down there, to be honest with you.
The refs haven't moved.
I have not seen a clear signal, but Farmington celebrating as if it's a touchdown. We'll take another look at the replay. It looked like he caught it, and then it was wrestled away. The ball initially was intercepted, but then wrestled away by Isaac Ask. It's going to be a touchdown for Farmington.
Receivers have good hands. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Wow.
I believe it was Andrew Weber who initially, hopefully get another look at the replay after this extra point. But I think Andrew Weber was the one who initially got his hands on it, as the extra point is good. We got a 7-0 lead for Farmington on a crucial 3rd down play. Here, let's take another look at it. And he's originally looking to the left, but he goes to the middle, and that ball was just wrestled away.
Unbelievable.
And it gives Farmington a 7-0 lead here early. But Don, of course, that drive was all set up because of the field position, that punt inside the 5, and field position can be so crucial in these games.
Yeah, so far that's a huge difference. Stillwater has to defend from the 20 in. They get a break with the touchdown being overcalled, and then they get another break with the interception, and they're not able to keep it.
Absolutely. So how does Stillwater respond here? There's been one drive there where they've kind of been stuck with not great field position, so they've really had one drive where they weren't backed up. What are you kind of expecting them from here? Because right now they got to answer the bell.
I mean, I think they want to settle things down. So far they haven't been able to open up the passing game. I think if you think you can run, I think it's time to do a little bit of running and try to open up that defense by having them worry about the run, throw the ball. That would be my thinking. But of course the Tigers are thinking the same thing, probably. I gotta say, the sun's glinting off those helmets beautifully.
Kick in the air, and it's taken. Up the middle, out to about the 29-yard line. That was A.J. Schoenecker on the return.
Yeah, on defense, the Ponies had some good things happening there. Almost an interception. They break up the quarterback, force him into a scramble position. Now the offense has to show some mettle.
Fensky, and they're going to try to sweep it out here on the near side and get the edge. It's Nick Schlender who's got the carry. He works his way inside the 30.
Had to laugh as Tiger number 5, after running the play, ends up going into the sand pit.
Long jumping, I see.
Yes.
Or triple jumping.
Yeah, he wanted to get back on the field. He didn't want to be in there.
Fensky will look downfield. Casey throws. Tip ball. He was looking for Thurston in the middle of the field. Incomplete.
Little high, and the Tigers were in position there. There was a small space for him to complete that pass.
Seven and a half to play in the first.
Not really a great third down position either for the Ponies. Oh, calling an audible there for a change in the play.
Fensky will look downfield. Casey throws. Open is Schlender. Trying to make one man miss. Can't do it. And a good defensive play. And stopped by Farmington on third down. Some sure tackling leads to the fourth down.
Solid defensive position. You let the guy complete the pass underneath. You tackle him. Now you get the ball. I think that's probably exactly what the Tigers would have liked to see happen there. Now the Ponies have to really put in a good punt here.
Try to get that field position back as Cullen back in punt formation.
Oh, there's a
He's
fake.
going to fake it. And I think he's going to be a little bit short. He took off himself, and they tried to get, I think a flag flies right at the end of the play, so we'll have to watch this. This could possibly be a late hit type of scenario, or the flag flying after Cullen went out of bounds on the far side. And we'll take another look here. There's out of bounds. There's the tackle, and then the late shove possibly.
Why would you do that?
Is what they called. And we'll see the signal from the official. Personal foul on Farmington. That would have been their second drive on Stillwater's side of the field.
Good eye, Ted. That's exactly what the Ponies needed in a bad situation. You can't give a team like that a chance. You pretty much have the game in hand here if you can make that be a turnover, but instead you got not really a smart move to shove that guy. I don't understand why you'd do that. It's good to be aggressive.
So now, Stillwater, because of the penalty, they get to be on Farmington's side of the football field.
Their best play so far was that one.
You do what you got to do to get into a good field position.
Yes.
And right now, Stillwater has exactly that as Farmington changing some personnel up.
Well, as far as getting back in the game, this is what the opponent, it doesn't really matter how you got here. Now just move it forward. Life will hand you opportunities and setbacks. Just make the most you can.
Well, now Farmington's going to line up with the ball, so we must have gotten something wrong there. A little miscommunication, I guess. Barrett going to go back to throw. Barrett going deep. Incomplete. So there was a flag on the play, and they pointed towards Farmington. There might have been offsetting penalties on Stillwater as well. I personally did not catch that. But
they moved the ball.
But regardless, it is Farmington football. Incomplete on the first play. I assume that's what the delay was to try to figure everything out.
So the only thing that makes sense to me is that you called a personal foul after the play and therefore penalized the yardage but did not give them the first down.
Regardless, 2nd and 10. Handoff right up the middle to Gans. He got a couple to midfield. Still going to be 3rd and pretty long here.
Oh, I kind of want to open one of the coaches' doors and say, what did we even miss? Because that looked exactly like what we were describing. And then suddenly that's why the mass substitution.
3rd and 8. Here's Barrett rolling out. He's going to chuck it long, and he's got a man open. Farmington up 2 scores.
I don't think he really, he's going to get a taunting call there. I say he was so wide open, he held his arm up before he even got in the end zone.
Eli Green, the receiver, on the receiving end. And he beat a couple of Ponies back there in the secondary. As Stillwater finds themselves in a 2-touchdown hole, as you said, a late flag was thrown.
He gave Stack an earful.
And we'll wait for the flag to be explained before they put the points on the board. Yeah, it's going to be a touchdown. Yeah, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Farmington, but regardless, a 13-0 lead here for the Tigers. And the thing about Farmington is they've been able to capitalize on the deep ball.
Yeah, Green was wide open. And basically had to wait for the pass so he could score. And basically walked in all by himself. Wow.
And the extra point is through. A 14-0 lead here for Farmington. And right now, the Tigers have the big advantage, of course, at 2 touchdowns. Based on what you've seen from Stillwater, what are you kind of expecting here? Because down 14 first quarter so quickly like this, they got to respond and respond in a big way.
Yeah, I guess if I knew what they were trying to execute, I don't think they really had a chance to run their game plan. So to their advantage, they can maybe execute that. For sure, they got to watch the mistakes. And so far, really, the Tigers have had the penalties thrown against them mostly, but they've been able to overcome them.
Exactly. It's all about big plays, and right now Farmington they're the ones making the big plays at this point.
So that unsportsmanlike does work to the Ponies' advantage. We're going to back the Tigers up here on the kickoff. That should get the Ponies some good field position and hopefully some comfort level, and then they can run the offense that they plan to run. I'd like to see what they're trying to do. We've seen some fakes. We've seen the throws down the field. Let's see what they're trying to do.
Lacoste will put it in the air once again, and you see because of the penalty, it's moved back on the kickoff. And this will hopefully get the Ponies good field position. But great coverage. Connor Sopperland on the kickoff team making a big play, but Stillwater still has a chance to put a decent drive together. Pretty good field position.
Yeah, he tried to sweep out to the right. I don't really know why. Just punch it forward. You're already at the 30 when you catch it, basically. Go straight forward. I don't know where he's going. You start running into that lanes, and you're going to run into other players. And you could see he was kind of frustrated that he wasn't able to pull off what he wanted.
Vensky and Day back in the backfield as we start another Stillwater drive. Vensky will fake it, throw it out to Schlender.
Yep.
Flag flies, I think, Don, we both saw it. A block in the back. It is appeared to be the penalty, which will put him back 10.
And he really didn't even push him. For some reason, he shoves his arms. If you're going to let I guess I hate to say let the guy go, but you have to let the guy go. It was so blatant. And I don't think he really impacted the play by doing that.
So that'll push Stillwater back some more yards here.
I really don't think he blocked him there. So unfortunately, it's one of those crimes that looks worse than it was. Yeah, that's
It'll
true.
push him back all the way to, looks like, the 23.
Well, I guess the good news is it's first down.
Still first down, 1st and 20 from the 23. You're always looking for the positives, aren't you?
I do.
Schlender in motion. Vensky to throw, trying to set up the screen. And it was covered well, sniffed out right away by the Tigers. Jake Day tried to get it to him out of the backfield. Nothing doing.
Vensky did the right thing, and let's play for second down. Sometimes football's a little bit of a game where you're just going to try something. If you see what you like, you take it. If you don't, that's why you get 4 downs.
Vensky will look. Middle of the field. A little bit low, incomplete. Looking for Thurston over the middle.
Thurston had a chance. He's going to get to touch it.
That one was just a little bit low, but that's a great route that was run by Thurston, getting right to the middle of the field.
When I played as quarterback, my job was to make sure you could touch as a wide receiver. And if you can touch as a wide receiver, you better catch it. Perfection's the goal, but at a bare minimum, that's where we got to go.
Vensky will throw, looking for Thurston again, overthrown and intercepted. Luke Wiericke, and he's still on his feet. Inside the 20, inside the 10, he houses it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the Tigers are going crazy. Their fans are just going to tear those stands apart. And it looks like the Tigers are going to tear down the stadium.
Another look at it. I mean, he's trying to make something happen, trying to go deep. But it was overthrown, but not overthrown enough because the safety Luke Weirkey, the senior, was back there, and he takes it all the way home for a Farmington touchdown.
Tigers had that play covered too. Yeah, you got guys in front and behind. So if you don't throw it right down the perfect spot where you want it, unfortunately, it can turn into a turnover.
And the extra point is on the way, and it is through. 21-0. Farmington has the lead right now after the interception return for a touchdown. Well, Don, I think it's safe to say not what you drew up. I think for Stillwater to kind of start things off right now, it appears that they're trying to get things going in the passing game right now. It's just not going their way.
Yeah, I almost feel like they need to get their running game going, put a little bounce in there. It seems like the Tigers are ready for what they've seen so far.
This is another look at the interception. You see, it's fine, you overthrow it, but when you got a safety over the top, he's going to take it, and he's going to take it all the way, and that's exactly what happened there. Pony's going to get another shot. Down 21 in the first quarter. If there is a silver lining to this, it is that there's plenty of time left in the game.
There's plenty of time left, and the Tigers really haven't done anything sustained. They had a short field to score. They score on the pick. So you're not really getting pummeled, but it looks like it on the scoreboard.
As Nick Lacoste will once again put it in the air for Farmington. It's the third time he's kicked off tonight. Short kickoff, and they're going to let it go out of bounds. It's the second time it's gone out of bounds here tonight. So good field position for Stillwater, but they've had some 3-and-outs. Of course, they just had the turnover that resulted in 6 for Farmington right now. Do you anticipate them at this point going back to the running game? They've tried to throw it, and they haven't really been able to establish that. Maybe run it with Jake Day here a little bit?
That's what I would think. But the one thing that's interesting is that Farmington keeps kicking it out of bounds. I wonder if there's something that they don't like about the kick return team. And it looks like we're going to kick it off again.
It went out of bounds. You can have them elect to either take the field position or re-kick it, and they're going to go for the re-kick, it appears.
So there is something I think that Stillwater thinks they can do here.
And we'll see where they're going to kick it from 35.
Oh, lots of substitutions going on right now. Players coming on and off the field for Stillwater. Well, that was fun. Let's do it again.
Exactly. Why not?
Let's see if they aim for the out of bounds again.
High kick. They're going to go right down the middle. Thurston will take it at the 30. He's going to try to bow out and get the corner. He does. 40. And he's near midfield. The best field position Stillwater has had all night, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, they made good on taking that penalty.
It ended up going their way on the re-kick.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what the coaches are thinking right now, what they want to run.
Vensky, they'll hand it off to Day. And a yard as he twists and turns through the line.
Curious to see what they're going to do next. So they're going to try the same thing, just keep punching up the gut.
2nd and 9. Vensky will give it to Day, and there he goes running into Tigers territory. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker.
That's a nice run.
They want to pound it up the middle with Jake Day. That's exactly what they did. Maybe we're decent offensive coordinators, because we were talking about running the ball, and they've done it these past two plays, and they've gotten 7 yards on the ground here these past two plays. It's 3rd and 3.
Well, let's see what the Tigers are doing. They got guys pretty set back. I think they're still expecting some passes.
Play fake. Vensky. He's going to keep it and try to run for it. Spins to the inside. Wow. Casey down to the 41, and it's the first down of the game for Stillwater.
That was a nice call. I thought I was a little nervous when he cut in. I thought just run for your life, but he was able to turn around and pick up more yards. Oh, he made the play. He made the defender miss. You got a long pause here. I think maybe they're looking at the defense before they call their offensive play.
Vensky over the middle, caught by Slender inside the 30, 25, and that's just a quick little pop pass on the slant across the middle, and another first down, 2 in a row for the Ponies.
They're putting together a nice drive now. They might be able to end this first quarter with a score, get themselves into this game. All you have to do is force the Tigers into a mistake.
Down to the 20-yard line.
Kind of appropriate that if they can pull this off, they'll glide into the light. They'll glide
and by
into
light,
the sun.
you mean end zone, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's the shiny end zone. Go get it.
Vensky hands to Day, just about 2 or 3 up the middle. And you've seen on this drive, they're looking to start with a running game to set up the pass. And it's worked pretty well for them, obviously, so far.
So far. Yeah, they just got to make sure they don't set up a cadence that the Tigers are ready to pick up on. Unless you think you can just do it better than they can.
3rd and 7. Vensky looks on the slant. Complete to Cullen, trying to fight his way. He's got a first down and more inside the 5. They love that slant route. It's worked pretty well for them.
Yeah, I saw one of the Tiger defenders looking back. He was looking to see who was open because he thought that pass was coming. He was just a little late, number 2. Sether, he saw that play happen, and he just couldn't get there in time.
Highly efficient offensive drive here for Stillwater. 1st and goal, and it's Vensky's first time from under center. Casey will hand it to Day. Looking for the end zone, doesn't quite get there. He's down to the 1. That's where forward progress will take him, and a penalty. A little late roughhousing, I think, from the Tiger defender.
Yeah, that's football players being football players. After you stick them. I don't want you scoring on me. Certainly a penalty, but really isn't going to hurt the Tigers too much.
They go make it first down, so they'll get 3, possibly 4 cracks to get 1 yard.
Right.
So it makes it just a tad easier.
Nothing devastating.
An I formation for the first time tonight, as they're going to stack things up in a goal line formation. Vensky will sneak it in.
Perfect.
First touchdown of the year for Stillwater. The Ponies are on the board.
That is a great response. A nice drive, move it down the field. Some running mixed with some passing. Hitting the promised land.
Great push up front. And the Ponies with the response.
And the Big Rens fans are very excited. This is what they wanted. Super fan section's excited.
And I think this is what kind of they were anticipating to start.
Yes.
But they really haven't had great opportunities. But this drive started with the running game, throw a little throwing in there as well, and it worked pretty well. Extra point is good, and it's 21-7 here late in the first quarter. So Stillwater responds with the touchdown drive. But Don, I think we can all say this: they need to stop defensively. They need to stop that deep passing game.
Yeah, the key now is the Tigers. What are they going to do in response? They can keep their measured game going. They can make this a really hard night for the Ponies, but the Ponies did exactly what they needed to do there. They didn't let that 21-0 score put them down. They fought, moved down the field, give their fans something to cheer about.
(21-7) here late in the first quarter. Ted LaRue alongside Don Ackerman. We are live tonight on Xfinity Channel 15 and streaming live at our website, vactv.org. However you may be joining us here tonight, thank you for doing exactly that.
I'm a little dazzled by number 71's helmet. Everyone on the Stillwater sideline has their white helmet. He's got a gold one.
I have now just seen this.
I've never
You're so observant.
Never seen such a thing.
As Cullen will line it up. Kicking off from right to left. It's going to be returned here from the 15. Right up the middle. Runs into a couple of Ponies.
Locked down. That was a beautiful tackle.
Hudson Day leading the way on coverage for Stillwater.
Good day, good night. That was a great job. Look at this.
He tried to strip that ball away. He knows what the situation is. They want to get that ball back for the offense.
Yes, that would be a giant play. But nice to stop him there.
A minute 19 to go. 25-yard line, right up the middle, nothing doing.
There you go, stout Ponies defense. That's great. That's what they need.
And just over a minute to go, boys. They can get this football back to start the second quarter.
Yes.
And get a really good drive coming back the other way. Stillwater will have the momentum.
Yeah, I'm watching the defense there, but they're inching back a little bit. They're nervous about a fake handoff. They're worried about the pass, but they're ready to stop the run.
Barrett, and we got flags. Might be early movement on the part of Farmington, and it is going to be. So a little bit of a assist for Stillwater.
Yeah, I'm always impressed by how the linemen on both sides have to sit there, be ready to go, ready to fire, ready to tackle, ready to fight, but not yet. That's, to me, that's always amazing how that snap, like, don't be early. That's so hard.
That could have been part of the reason why I didn't play as much in high school, but we won't talk about that right now.
Too antsy?
It is very difficult, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. Screenplay, and it one hops, incomplete.
Stops the clock.
39 seconds to go.
Well, this is not the kind of drive that the Tigers wanted to have, but this is exactly what the Ponies wanted to pull off here. Get a good stop here. They got a nice long third down here. Something you can defend.
And here's the thing, 3rd and 15, and based on where the ball's on the field, they're going to get pretty good field position if they can stop him here. Barrett the throw. Gets outside of the pocket, he tucks it long, and he's got a man. He's got two of them actually down there, and it is
he dropped it.
Incomplete. Looking for Green. It was 2-on-1, Don. On Tuesday night, we talked about the numbers. This time, the numbers didn't work in Farmington's favor. There were two down there.
It's 2 for Thursday night, isn't it? Either one of those guys could have caught it and went house, right? Depending on how it went.
A little bit underthrown. Could have allowed the defensive back to catch up to the ball.
That is a giant break for the Ponies.
And with 32 seconds left, they're going to get this ball back to run about a play before.
You're going to watch for that rugby kick?
Yep, there it is. Barris gets it off. it was kicked. They're saying it was downed at the 13-yard line. We'll see if we can get a replay of that.
Yeah,
I might have touched. Let's take another look here.
I heard some cheering up in the press box.
Saw the ball one hop to the punter, but a break for Stillwater here with 30 seconds to go. They could put this one on the board before the quarter's even over.
This could be 21-14 before the quarter's over.
It's been a crazy first quarter. A lot of action in the first 12 minutes here. And the Ponies, just like that, are going to be in the red zone.
Have you seen that? The ball down to the 13
I can't
like
say
that?
I've ever seen anything like that before.
Well, today's the day.
I formation, Vensky. He'll hand it off to Day, and Day spins his way around the 10-yard line.
See, that's a nice little run. I don't see anything wrong with pulling the string of those together.
Things have definitely gone better when they're setting things up, running on first down, and then hitting the pass after that.
And that's the quarter. I think they're going to let it run out.
And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Like we said, it's been a wild one.
Well, if you have friends that follow Stillwater Ponies football and they decided to go out and enjoy this nice weather, text them, tweet them, tell them to come back, because we're about to see a one-score game when it looked like maybe this was going to be a blowout. It's not, people. Come back, check this out. This game is not over.
21-7 Farmington. We'll be back after this on Fact TV.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
For more than 40 years, Joseph's Restaurant has had your favorite pies and been a can't-miss stop for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But have you stopped in lately to see what's new at Joseph's? A new and improved bar area is great for meeting some friends or watching the game. If you're a little toasty inside, come outside on the patio at Joseph's to enjoy your meal in the fresh Minnesota air. Whether past or present, Joseph's is the place to be, right off Highway 36 in Oak Park Heights. Stillwater boys soccer coming up tomorrow night. Stillwater versus Hastings on Fact TV. Here we go. We are underway. Already incomplete pass.
Little short. But it looked like the Tigers defense was all over that one.
Looking for Schlender, incomplete.
Well, this creates an interesting third down, that's for sure. Oh, we're having one of the running backs is looking back to figure out the play.
Vensky will look, gonna go for the fade route for Cullen. End zone! Tipped up, incomplete. Good job by Cullen to come back to the football. And he tried to tiptoe in the back of the end zone, but he couldn't quite get his feet down.
Yeah, that looked like the kind of play that you throw to your super tall wide receiver. Just say, go over the guy and get it. Did a great job, really, basically boxing out the body to get that rebound off his own incompletion, but wasn't able to contain it and stay in bounds.
And that'll bring us to fourth down.
Looks like we're going for it.
Nope. That they are. Nope, we're going to get a timeout. And it's going to be a timeout called by Stillwater.
So they wanted to think about that. There was quite a long pause there, so I was wondering if they hadn't decided what they wanted to do.
you're here, well, what are you calling here? Do you think is this a situation where you're going for it considering you're down by 2 touchdowns right now?
Gosh. I mean, that slant was looking pretty good. I think I'd probably give that a try. Maybe do 2 wide outs to the left. Have them both slant in. Pick the one I like the most. That'd be my choice. Might fake the draw. Just see if they bite on it, but
they're going to go for it. Vensky, slant route, knocked away.
There you go. Tigers are all over it.
And Farmington will take possession.
Well, I guess they pretty much ran exactly what I said. The Tigers knew that too.
They've been looking on that slant route all game long. And it's worked out for them for the most part.
Yeah, in a way, that's kind of the problem. It worked out a couple times, so now the Tigers are aware of it. And they're probably saying during that timeout, whatever you do, don't let that slant route work. Because we think that's what they're coming at us with.
And here's Barrett. Handoff, looking for Gans. And Stillwater, Gans has had a couple of good runs, but lately Stillwater has buckled down defensively.
Yeah, I think if I'm the Tigers, I'm going to try to punch it up the middle a little bit. See if I can take this game over. Get that scoreboard leaning my way again. Just to basically put an end to the hopes that the Ponies have. But now it looks like they might go pass. Oh, we got a false start.
Flag flies as Gans are going to have a false start. This one's going to be backed up.
Yeah, Green was moving. I think he either had the wrong snap count or something, but Green was moving there. Wouldn't be surprised if it's on him.
So that'll move Farmington back to the 5-yard line. You think the decision to go for it there on 4th down has a lot to do with, hey, if we don't make it, we're going to pin them back pretty good right now?
Yeah, I guess that must have been part of it. I mean, you put yourself in a position to win, right? So a mistake on this end would be huge for them.
2nd and 15, run right up the middle, and it will set up at least a more manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 11.
They've done pretty well in their front against the run after Gans had more luck early in the game.
Ponies' goal is to give up anything but a 1st down.
Barrett to throw. He'll step up, and he's going to take off. Barrett breaks 1. He's looking for that 1st down, and he's got it.
That stiff arm was key. There were 2 Ponies right there. Stiff arm, the one that got closest to him. That was actually a really good play by the quarterback.
He got through, saw the opening, and ran for the 1st down. And look at this one. They flushed him outside of the pocket. Good rush by Stillwater, but the contain. As you see the missed tackle there from Thoriger. Gans will get it up the middle, and he'll back his way in for a couple.
Running a quick play, probably trying to keep the momentum going.
Flags fly.
Do you have the illegal procedure again?
It's going to be offsides against Stillwater. That's the initial indication.
Thought I saw 2 Tigers move at the same time, but that might have been in response to the offside.
Barrett on 2nd and a yard. He'll give it up the middle, but the Ponies stack him up, and we'll get to 3rd down.
Yeah, they were ready to hike it, and then the ref blew a really long whistle. Actually caused the quarterback to pause, look back. Okay, I can run a play now.
So 3rd and 4, that was a big one. You got 2nd and 1, but the Ponies doing a great job penetrating the line.
Yes.
Snap. He'll roll out. Under pressure from the backside. Doesn't see him. Now he does.
Wow.
Welcome to Sacktown. Forager takes him down. And from 2nd and 1 turns into 4th and time to punt.
Great coverage, too. He had nowhere to go. You could see him looking down the field trying to find one of his teammates to throw the ball to. There's no one there.
It goes to 2nd and 1 to 4th and 15. And Stillwater is going to get the ball back here, assuming there's no fake. And there's the punt. Barrett gets off a pretty good kick. Fielded, the ball was muffed.
Big break there.
And the Ponies recover at the 45. Stillwater very much, obviously, in this game. Middle of the second quarter here right now. And they got the ball, good field position at their own 46. A touchdown here will definitely swing the momentum. Things have gone a lot well since they started to run the ball more, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and you see some good things happening for the Ponies. Like, you know, we know that interception that didn't happen here. There's a muff punt, and then one of his teammates immediately grabs it. This game's completely in hand if they want it to be.
Vensky throws out to Schlenger. And he gets a couple there on the quick screen.
Tigers were all over that. I don't know if I'd run that again. I think they wanted more than 2 or 3 yards out of that.
Keeping the ball moving forward, though. 2nd and 8.
Looking back, looks like we're having an adjustment here.
Second and 8, handoff to Day, and he bolts through into Tigers territory.
That's a decent little run. Interesting to watch this Stillwater team. They've got this, I call it sea crusting. When you call the play and then you have this long pause like an American Idol when he says, "We'll tell you who won," right after this.
Right after this.
So you get the play. So here's the play.
They're looking to the sideline there.
We got the play called. No, we don't. Now we're going to move people around.
Trying to read the defense, read the front,
Yes.
and then they adjust with some hand signals in from the assistant coaching staff. 3rd and 5.
Probably not long before the defense is doing the same thing. They're expecting a deep pass here.
3rd and 5. They run it. No, I think he was looking to throw it, and Jake Day runs into trouble. Lost yardage. I think he was looking for some trickeration there, but the door quickly closed in a hurry, and Day had nowhere to go.
Yeah, the Tigers basically backed up a little bit, and they did not fall for that at all.
It appeared, I thought he was maybe looking to throw. Maybe I was looking for something that wasn't there. But regardless, Farmington's defense got in there in a hurry.
Yeah, they sniffed that out. They were not biting on anything. I think they basically knew where the first down marker was, and if you wanted to run a sweep, they're going to let you try. But I'm not going to let you throw it over me if that's what you're thinking. If they were trying to set up a trick play, I think they clearly know that may not work. Good job by the Tigers.
Cullen, good kick.
That's nice.
And it is going to go into the end zone. And it will come out to the 20 here for Farmington with 6:05 left in the second quarter.
If they could get a kick like that off in the first quarter, this could be a completely different game.
Exactly, that field position early on in this game, field position turnovers. You hear it all the time, but that's definitely the case right here in that first half because Farmington had a drive that started, I believe, inside the 30-yard line, and then they had the pick six. I mean, that right there is 14 points.
Yes.
You take those off the board, we got a tie game.
Correct. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because those early punts were really high and outside. You're wondering what's going on. Obviously, they have a person who can kick the ball really well.
Barrett will hand off to Gans as he works the far side, and he gets a good amount. 5 or 6 of the play, Zach Gans.
That was a really nice measured run. I think he was using bursts of speed with a little bit of hesitation, looking for a spot. Was able to pick up a good amount of yardage on a first down. I mean, that's the kind of first down you always want to have. Good, nice run. Gives you a second and halfway to go.
2nd and 3 here. Give it on the sweep. Green looking to find the edge. But a nice play. It'll still be 3rd and short. Hudson Day came up and made the stop for Stillwater. He tried that stiff arm. It didn't work.
Yeah, the captain was not having any of that.
3rd and 1. Barrett will hand it off to Gans. They're not going to get that first down again. A 1-yard situation. And for the 2nd straight time, Stillwater defense comes up big.
They are looking stout.
Just shot right through the gap and took him down.
Yeah, big red wall waiting for him. At this point, the Tigers really are not getting anything going.
Barrett will kick it away. Going to let this one bounce, and it's going to be down to the 40. Boy, Don, I tell you what, this Stillwater defense, these last 2 possessions, they have stepped up, especially in crucial 1-yard-to-go situations. They have clenched down, and they've done a great job. Now the offense looks like it's their turn to step up as well.
Yeah, and I think that to some degree that's what the story is talking about this year, we're going to say, right? They're going to say you've got 2 defensive captains, you have 1 offensive captain. This team is a strong defensive club, but we need the offense to give us some yards. They had a great drive on the last time they possessed the ball, so if they can do that again, you might see that offense coming together just like they want it to.
Ponies 60 yards away from pay dirt as they start this next drive. And the usual suspects out there in the backfield, Vensky and Day. They'll give it to Jake Day, working the left side of the line, and he got a couple before a crowd of Tigers came in to make the stop.
I kind of like a play like that. I know that it doesn't give you a lot of results, but you know what? I'm going to run it up your gut. I'm going to keep trying to see if I can find a seam, and I want you to think I'm going to run the ball.
It's a lot like a boxing match. Not every punch is going to land you.
Correct.
The haymaker, the knockout, but one after another will wear down the defense. If you continue to stick with it, you continue to run that football, good things are going to happen. After a 3-yard gain, it's 2nd and 7. Vensky hands to Day. Day's got a seam. Across the 45.
That's
2 yards
nice.
shy of the first down.
3rd and short. Now you got to choose your poison. What do you want to do here? You can try a short run for a first down, or if you think this is opening up your play, you can use those wide receivers finally.
Well, Jake Day, good vision to cut it back towards the middle.
Stillwater would love to convert this and keep the ball moving down the field.
3rd and 2. Need to get right to the 50 to get a first down. Rolling snap. It's picked up. Trying to make something out of nothing, but it ends up being a loss on the play. And Stillwater going to come up short here on 3rd.
Yeah, they got nothing there. Good play by the Tigers.
That'll be 4th down. They're going to bring on the punt unit. Shotgun formations have many advantages. The one disadvantage sometimes can be the snap, getting it back there, 3 yards to the quarterback, and you saw it right there on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a big fan of that, then that's something you've worked on all summer.
Cullen, he gets the kickoff. That's a pretty good kick. And went out of bounds. Not sure where it hit. It's going to be right at the 30.
Wow.
As Farmington takes over here on 1st down.
If you could bend that a little bit to the left. I think it might have got, did it get touched? I'm wondering if it was touched on the way out.
It might have. There was
certainly somebody right there.
Yeah, it might have gotten nicked a little bit. 2:17 left till halftime. At halftime, we're going to give you some highlights here of the first half. There were plenty in the first quarter.
Yes.
Not as many here in the second. We'll talk about it, break down the first half of action as well. Barrett will throw. Screen pass.
Ooh,
Green
almost.
breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. 40. Midfield. This one's coming back. A flag flies in the area of a possible hold. But as of right now, a big first down play by Eli Green, and he's shaken up on the far sideline.
I think Gerlach almost had that one. He was really close to being in the right position. The ball just missed him.
Let's take another look. Let's see if we can see the penalty. I can't quite see it there. But good moves by Eli Green to continue to break tackles down the field.
Okay, so Thoriger actually helped on the tackle there, and he's the guy who originally almost had the tackle. So that's good pursuit.
Good motor there, and Eli Green, as we said, shaken up on the far sideline. As they tend to him, he's had a pretty good game. He's been the main guy that they've looked to in the passing game.
Yes.
The junior wide receiver. So 2:04 left here in the second.
Yeah, you see the talent that he has. He's the guy who scored pretty easily getting down the field. Now this is a moment when his fortitude's being tested. How is
there was a flag that flew, but they are going to move the chains. Officials say officials timeout for an injury. They have moved the chains usually down the field. I do not see a flag on the field anymore, so they might have picked it up. But regardless, Farmington will have first down here.
So far, we're having trouble keeping up with the reffing.
It's tough sometimes when you can't hear them down there and what they're saying.
Right.
Barrett will give it to Gans right up the middle. Gans breaking a few tackles across the 30. Down to about the 28, just shy of the first down.
That's a really nice run. Okay, we have less than 2 minutes here. The Ponies really have to stack up their defense here, not let anything work. Going into halftime, 21-7 would be a pretty good situation after being down 21-0.
And a flag flies. It's going to be most likely early movement on the Tigers. And we'll move them back 5.
That's great for the Ponies. Bites into a really nice first down play by the Tigers. We've got 3 wideouts on the left here. I wonder if the Tigers are looking to bomb it down the field.
2nd and 6 at the 33 after the penalty.
Another check and adjust moment.
To throw. Pressure comes. Here's Hudson Day for the backside. The ball is on the turf, but the Tigers fall on it. That would have been a huge turnover for Stillwater. But regardless, it's a big play defensively by Hudson Day to get in there and take down Barrett.
I really want to see that replay because it looked like 85 was wide open down the field. I don't know if the defender peeled off him once he saw that the ball was not going to be thrown.
50 seconds left. It's 3rd and 15. Barrett to throw. Barrett is going to fire it long. Knocked away. Incomplete. Had him step for step. So the Ponies defense holds strong once again. A.J. Schoenecker back there in coverage for the Ponies.
Solid defense there.
Another look at the coverage. There's Schoenecker step for step. Nearly had the interception, but it would have been better to bat it away anyway. Otherwise, he might have been down at the 1 or 2 yard line. We got 42 seconds left. We'll see what happens with this punt here. And we're going to get a timeout. It's going to be timeout Farmington.
I wonder what they're thinking with 42. What do you think they're thinking with 42 seconds left, taking a timeout on 4th in an obvious punting situation?
Well, they might have been looking at the formation there to kind of set things up. We take another look at that great defensive play by Schoenecker. If he leads them a little bit more, they might have something.
Yeah, and on that play, Schoenecker looked like he paid the better wide receiver than the wide receiver.
Sometimes as a wide receiver, you quickly turn into a defensive back if it's over or underthrown. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Yeah, he had his arms down, had his eyes up. That looked really nice. Okay, let's see what that timeout bought him.
Barrett's going to look to the sideline. I think they're going to try to read the defense here. You're late in the half. They might be thinking about something here. We'll see.
That's what I was wondering.
Snap, and they get it away. And there's no one back there to return. Goes out of bounds with 36 seconds on the clock.
I mean, that is one of the fun things about having your quarterback punt. You've got basically, you know, the Randall Cunningham situation. Danny White used to do the same back in the day.
You can do just about anything out of there. And Stillwater went out of bounds at the 11-yard line. 36 seconds to go. This might be a situation where you might take one shot, see what happens. You also don't want to get in a situation where you try to go deep in the throw an interception, and then they got the ball back in plus territory again.
Yeah, each team has 2 timeouts left, so there's definitely more clock than 36 seconds left.
And they're just going to hand it off up the middle. We're going to get to halftime here.
I'm a little surprised in a way that the Tigers don't call a timeout here. If it's me, I don't ever want you doing what you want to do. So if you want to run the clock, I'm tempted to say, no, I don't want you to run the clock. I want to make you run another play. Something could happen.
They got 2 timeouts with you. You can't carry those over into the next half.
You don't get anything for them.
That'll bring us to halftime.
Maybe I'm too competitive.
Maybe. It's better to be competitive than not competitive, I guess. We've reached halftime. 21-7, Farmington leads. We'll be back for highlights and more after this on Bank TV.
The program did. It's pretty cool.
Mr. Dennis McDonough.
Two more times. Come on. It's going to collect in some kind of a basin up here.
It is just an unbelievable experience and advantage that we're giving to kids.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Ready, ready! Say hi!
For more than 40 years, Joseph's Restaurant has had your favorite pies and been a can't-miss stop for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But have you stopped in lately to see what's new at Joseph's? A new and improved bar area is great for meeting some friends or watching the game. If you're a little toasty inside, come outside on the patio at Joseph's to enjoy your meal in the fresh Minnesota air. Whether past or present, Joseph's is the place to be, right off Highway 36 in Oak Park Heights. This Tuesday night, we've got our first volleyball broadcast, and it's a rematch of last year's state semifinal. Stillwater taking on Egan, 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Xfinity Channel 15 and streaming live at vactv.org. We are back at Pony Stadium. Ted LaRue alongside Don Ackerman. 21-7 Farmington with the advantage here over Stillwater. And as we take a look at the highlights here pretty soon, a pretty exciting first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically two games, right? You had the 21-0 game, and then Stillwater kind of took over.
Early in the half, Farmington, we mentioned field position and turnovers. Those can be so huge, so huge, and we saw it right away in that first half, just how big that was. And we mentioned without them getting pinned or without the turnover, that might be 14 points right off the board right there.
Right, and I mean, in a way, it was all set up by that punt, that early punt that went out of bounds, put Stillwater in a bad position, and the Tigers took advantage.
And it was that interception right there, and that was 7 more points on the board. Not only the interception, but the house call as well, as he took it to the house as well there. And, Stillwater, though, I think we talked about it because we're such great offensive football minds, Don.
Yes.
Once they started running the football, things got a lot better. Once they run the ball with Jake Day on first and second down, really set things up with that short passing game.
Yeah, and that short passing game's working. The slants are working, but I think the Tigers have figured out that it's working. So now they need to readjust to that, basically.
Absolutely. So we'll see as we complete here our first half highlights. It is Pony Football live here on Xfinity Channel 15 and streaming live at vactv.org here as we're getting ready for the second half of play. What do they need to work on? What does Stillwater need to pinpoint in order to be able to possibly come back and win this football game?
I think they had a lot of things working for them. Really, I think the Tigers have to make sure that they keep their stoutness going, because it felt like Stillwater was taking that game over. The scoreboard doesn't really show it, but I think Stillwater can do this.
I think they can as well. And you take a look at Farmington right now, they were slowed up a little bit. Big credit, though, to that Stillwater defense. They've been stout, especially in short yardage situations.
Yeah, they've had some big third down stops where this game could have really got out of control for them, and it hasn't.
Exactly. So as we kind of look forward, Stillwater, do you think they're going to kind of stick with that running game, go more passing? What do you think is the offensive game plan as we start the second half?
I'd be tempted to go that route.
Yeah.
I know they really like that slant, but it seems like the Tigers have figured that out. So maybe if you have a wide receiver who can go out, take that out, but keep punching that up the middle.
Watch your Pony Football once again, Xfinity Channel 15 locally and streaming all over the world at VacTV.org. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We've got plenty more coverage. We got boys soccer tomorrow night. They're taking on Hastings. And then Tuesday night is volleyball. Stillwater takes on Egan in a big early season matchup there. You're going to be calling tomorrow night's game with Mike Peden. Mike, excited to be back in the live broadcast booth tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be fun. I love soccer, love football, so this is a good
that
time.
Should be fun. Our first broadcast of the year was Tuesday night as Stillwater girls soccer defeated Eden Prairie. Pony girls looked pretty strong that night, didn't they? Especially defensively.
Yeah, I think they'd love to see Benia's speed. They could use her right now, have her be that wideout that goes down the side, get some points.
Got plenty of stuff upcoming with more live broadcasts coming up on VAC TV. The second half is right around the corner. Stay tuned. It's Pony Football right here on VAC TV.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man who gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But here's the thing. Can my resume show you how I truly stand out? can one piece of paper really tell you my whole story? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or how anytime there was an opportunity, I was the first one to step up. Because I wasn't gonna let my life, my circumstances dictate who I was gonna become. And all of that determination, the commitment, the drive, that's me. And that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent, like me.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
Beautiful night, some Friday night lights. Thursday night lights. See every other game this year except for the Wednesday night MEA game. MEA week game will be Friday nights, but you'll lose 2 games right there. So Thursday night lights, that's the point. Thursday night football.
But a beautiful Thursday night football game. We got Don't Stop Believin' playing in the background. We just had Sweet Caroline. Yep. We had all the both student sections having all their lights on their phones. It actually looks really pretty here. It's a beautiful Thursday night.
A pretty result, I think, for all the fans here up above would be if Stillwater can get into the end zone, I think, to start things. What do they got to do to make that happen?
I think get that run established.
Whenever they've run the ball on first and second down, good things have happened. Ted LaRue and Don Ackerman alongside here with you. We are live tonight on Xfinity Channel 15 and VACTV.org/live. So however you may be joining us tonight, thank you for doing exactly that. Tomorrow night here on VAC TV, we're going to have live boys soccer, Stillwater taking on Hastings. Tuesday night, we're going to be indoors as Stillwater volleyball will face off against perennial volleyball power in the Egan Wildcats. So after tonight, you're going to get a couple of doses of Mike Peden. So have fun with that, right?
Mike's great. He can carry a broadcast all by himself.
But we give him great broadcasters like you to help him out as well.
I enjoy that.
Farmington here taking the field as we're getting ready to go here as Stillwater and Farmington are getting set for the second half of play here at Pony Stadium. We're going to actually take a short break. We're going to come on back for the second half of play. This is Pony Football here live on VAC TV.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
How about a comeback, huh? That'd be nice.
At
least for Stillwater. 21-7, Farmington leads here at the half. But, man, those 21 points were scored just like that so quickly. Stillwater defense has buckled down since then.
Yes, the Tigers really haven't done much since those initial 21 points. But you were talking about nice. I think one thing that does look nice is I do think the Tigers' look is pretty solid. You got the black helmet with the shine, with that orange that just glows with under the lights. Different contrast with the white uniforms. It's kind of interesting. I wear a black helmet, but don't wear black anywhere else on my uniform. It's very interesting.
Stillwater's got a sharp uniform, the red tops, the white pants.
Classic.
As well, classic clean look.
Yes.
As well as head coach Bo Laborde getting his kids ready for the second half of play.
Big moment right now coaching these guys.
I like the small touch of the state of Minnesota patch right there high on the pants. Stillwater, commonly known as the birthplace of Minnesota.
That is nice. That's a nice little detail that you caught there.
Got a sharp eye for those kind of things, you know?
Yes.
Stillwater's going to kick this one off, so they're going to need their defense here yet again.
That should be their strength this year, so it's kind of appropriate that it's going to be key in the first game. I mean, we know that the girls soccer team also has a strong defense.
Yep.
So
defense is the name of the game.
We're
here
in the land
Stillwater.
of defense right now.
Cullen will kick it off, moving from left to right, and we're underway here in half number 2, and it comes all the way back to the goal line as Farmington looked to set something up on the return and get through the middle and works his way to the 22-yard line.
So just to be fair, early on, number 15 for Stillwater had a great play. That's Nick Albers. He wasn't on our roster, but I wanted to make sure I gave him credit. Great job, Nick.
Eli Green back in the game after getting a little shaken up there early in the half.
Yeah, good to see him back out there. I'd hate to see anybody get hurt on opening night.
Jet sweep here. They're going to look to get the edge, at least momentarily. He's got it down to the 30.
Yeah, that was an interesting little ping pong play, little give and go and give and go. Give and go and give. The give, go, go. I don't know. Tigers in good position here, getting some yards on first. They kind of want to put together a good drive and extend their lead.
2nd and 3, up the middle. Not much.
Stillwater ready.
Third and 3 now.
Number 76, Mason Wilson, very excited to make that play.
1 minute of the game. They've been great in these short yardage situations. Fake handoff, little miscommunication it appears. Barrett out of the pocket. He's hit right at that first down marker, a little bend where the officials spot him.
I think he dropped the ball too.
And I think he got that first down. Yeah, he got it. Changed their movement on the far side of the field. So Barrett with the awareness to get outside the pocket and make something happen.
Set up by a great first down play, really.
Barrett again. Snap, pressure from up the middle. Barrett fires. And that one was severely underthrown. Streaking wide open was Carter Hendrickson right down the middle of the field. And that ball was very much underthrown.
Very much so. Or way overthrown. I don't know who he could have been throwing it to.
It's true. It's all about perspective, isn't it?
He looked poised in the pocket, though.
Yeah, Barrett has been great all night long. Young quarterback, started as a sophomore last season. Barrett will spread it out with 5 wides. Back to throw, puts it in the air, complete, across midfield to Green, down to the 46.
I think that almost looks like a mirror of the play we just saw before, except the ball was right on point.
Call the same play. If it works, go back to it. And Eli Green making the catch. Handoff up the middle. Gans will get it. Down to about the 44, a couple of yards off the left side of the line.
A little G&G on a Thursday night.
Weber made the stop for the Ponies. As the signals come in here from the sideline defensively for Stillwater. 2 minutes in, it's 2nd and 7. Handoff, Gans looking to get to the outside, cross the 40. Cuts back inside and spins his way to the 26. And a first down, Farmington. Gans had some good runs early in the game, and now they're breaking it open with him again, doing a great job. And he could, maybe if he was in the NFL, he had millions of dollars on the line, he might have ran out of bounds. But as you see right here on the replay, cuts it back inside to the field to get more yards.
Very good, strong runner.
Gans again. Not too much this time. Owen Prom, one of the captains in there on the tackle.
You can see he likes to go low, but he keeps those legs pumping. And you'll hear about that on Sundays during the fall, because that is a measure of success.
2nd and 11.
Seacresting again. This is so hard as a fan to watch. Just like it.
Up the middle, Gans, a couple. We'll get to 3rd down, 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. They're really running the ball. They're taking almost a page out of Stillwater's playbook, going with the running game with Jans a lot here to start the second half.
Yeah, great idea. If you start seeing success, you can wear them out.
Green on the end around. We got a flag flying here. It's right at the end of the play.
Decent looking fake there.
We'll see where the penalty exactly comes in here.
Waving it off.
So no flag. They're going to wave it off.
So earlier I said G&G, I meant G&J, some green and Jans. But together, those two have been pretty effective.
Fourth down, 3, and Farmington will leave their offense on the field. Rolls out, near side, Barrett looks, got a man open in the end zone, touchdown!
Wow.
In the back corner, and the Tigers build the lead.
Hendrickson just got behind everybody.
Carter Hendrickson in the back.
What a great call and great execution.
That was a beauty of a throw. And Lacoste puts it through. It is good.
Yeah, nice rollout there. Got the wide receiver going deep. Didn't really look like he wasn't covered by anyone in particular. He just scoops it in.
Yeah, 28-7. Farmington goes right down the field and scores to make that lead once again a 3-touchdown advantage. And we were talking about just how good Stillwater looked coming out of that half. And now Farmington gets back to what they know. They go right down the field and score.
Yeah, that was exactly what the Tigers wanted to do. Farmington wanted to do something again. They hadn't done anything since the first quarter. That was a really nice drive they put together. And then being gutsy enough to go for it on 4th down. I mean, it helps, I guess, when you have a 14-point lead, but you could point back to that being a key moment where you should have done something and you didn't. And they went for it, and they were able to cash in on it. Now let's see what the Stillwater Ponies can do. Because they had a halftime of their own to discuss what they want to do, what do they want to accomplish.
Gonna have to go back to it offensively.
Which is what, we know that the offense is what they want to see develop. Game 1's a good time to do that.
Lacoste puts it in the air. High kick fielded at the 25-yard line. Going to go right up the middle. Across the 35 down to about the 37-yard line.
Some serious impact on that play.
Eric Stack, the returner there for Stillwater.
There is something Farmington does not like about Stillwater's return game. They keep trying these different kind of kicks.
Yep.
But decent field position for the Ponies.
Vensky in the offense, taking over. And it goes over the head of Casey Vensky. He's got to fall on it here. He's going to take a large loss back to the 18. We talked about the disadvantages of shotgun formation, and that was exactly what we were talking about right there. Snap going well over the head of Vensky.
So far in this game, the beginning of the quarters have not been good to the Ponies. Halves, I should say.
Second and 17. Vensky looking to get it back. Casey throws. It went behind Day. And he'll get to 3rd and long.
Almost feel like they need a breakout play. They need some kind of deep ball completion.
It's been tough to go deep. They haven't really looked deep a lot here tonight.
No, I don't know what the reason is, but you can look here. They've got on the top, they've got a guy, 12, 13 yards back waiting. They really don't want to give up anything. They're going to give up. They're going to give this up all day long.
Quick ball, sling and catch Carter Bauer.
I mean, really, that's a win for the Tigers.
And they'll let that happen. You get to 4th down. Yeah, you mentioned you'll take that all day long, especially on 3rd and 17. I think Vensky wants to see if Bauer can make a play. The offense comes off the field, no points for Stillwater that drive.
Punting game will be critical here.
After Farmington got that momentum and that confidence last drive, you don't want to give them, last thing you want to give them is a short field.
Oh, short one, guy. That was a long pause there. I was wondering what we were waiting for.
Pretty good punt off. It bounces at the 40. And will roll all the way to about the 31. Stillwater got a buckle down on defense, trailing by 21. Pretty good punt, though, there by Luke Cullen.
Yeah, at this point, you want to string together successes. So your first success is a solid punt, good coverage. Now your defense is going to have to step up.
This Tigers offense has been very powerful tonight. Barrett, swing pass in the flat, complete. Looking to snake his way through the defense. Give him about 5 or 6 on that quick pass. That's Hunter Jones, another junior receiver on this team. A lot of juniors, sophomores last year on varsity, have that experience. Barrett will hand it off. Up the middle, breaking free. First down near midfield.
That was a nice burst after contact.
That was Connor Sopland right up the middle. And Farmington's got a fresh set of downs. A couple of running options there, and Sopland doing a great job maneuvering through the deep.
And we're going to tack on a penalty on top of that.
So that's on the Ponies. So that will move the ball into Stillwater territory here for Farmington.
That is not what the Ponies wanted to have happen there.
Barrett, he'll give it on the jet sweep. Little pop out here. Down to the 30, and he takes it out of bounds. It was Jans that time. He's gotten the ball a lot of times here tonight. From the 29, second and 4. Barrett will hand it off. That's a first down. Down to the 21. Sopland got it.
Starting to feel like the field is tilted here.
And tilted towards Farmington. They are running downhill. It helps when the field is tilted to run downhill. Here's Barrett. Barrett will hand it off to Sopland again. Breaks one tackle and he shimmies his way down to about the 17.
Oh, a little bit extra cook.
And there's a flag. Saw the flag come in there late.
Yeah, a lead block down the field got a little bit too exciting.
This would give Stillwater a break if it's against Farmington. Yeah, you saw there was a little bit of contact there. And we'll see what the officials say. It's a personal foul against Stillwater. And that'll be a first down here for Farmington.
It's starting to feel like a bad situation for the Ponies right now.
Here's Barrett. Handoff up the middle. Trying to move that pile, but his head down. Sopland to about the 6.
Nice defensive play there.
The Tigers getting a really good push up front. They're playing football on the Stillwater side of the line of scrimmage. And the thing is, they are winding that clock down.
Yes, they are.
Barrett will fake. Roll out. He's under pressure. Gets rid of it and throws. Incomplete. Too strong.
Yeah, he threw that away.
Yeah.
Good idea. Taking a sack there would probably be devastating.
And pressure from the backside, as you can see here. Barrett. There were two guys in the back of the end zone. Players shaken up. As Jake Baumbach, I believe, is the injured Tiger on the far sideline. Stillwater had done such a good job defensively against Farmington towards the end of that first half, really the entirety of the second quarter. You know, but now Farmington offensively, Barrett is managing the game well, and they are close to putting together their second straight scoring drive.
Yeah, and the Tigers' defense has been pretty strong in the second half too. At this point, they're just trying to get this game over with. They've kind of got it under control. A score here, and then you start looking at really eating up the clock.
So we got a timeout here. It's a timeout on the field. Ted LaRue alongside Don Ackerman here from Pony Stadium.
Good news is Baumbach got up on his own power, if that's Baumbach.
We are live tonight for the opener of the Ponies football season. Tomorrow night, it's going to be boys soccer against Hastings right here on Vanc TV. And Tuesday, volleyball taking on Egan. Got plenty for you here coming up.
And 1 week from tomorrow, home game number 2.
And that will be against Roseville here at Pony Stadium. 3rd and 6, 3rd and goal from the 6. Jet sweep. Gets it. Can he find pay dirt? No, the Ponies converge. And a 4th down decision coming up here for Farmington.
It's looking like they're going to go for it.
That was Eli Green, held up by a host of Pony defenders.
Three substitutions.
Fourth and goal from the 4. Barrett, he'll roll. He looks to be running the entire way, but Stillwater's running 2 to the sideline, and they snuff it out. But a late flag flies, and this might keep Farmington alive.
I think Barrett was out on that play. I think they subbed in.
You are correct. Carter Hendrickson came in, and that was a run all the way. But you look at that, you saw it right there on the replay. The late takedown there. I think the officials they might pick it up. The official is picking up that flag, but that's just because it's
personal foul.
It's over with. It's a face mask on Farmington is the penalty. So it'll be first down Stillwater.
I mean, that is one thing that always has annoyed me with football is as a stiff arm provider, you can grab their helmet and they can't grab yours back. So maybe they're trying to fix that injustice.
Seems a little unfair, but Stillwater comes up big defensively, and you got to think right here, Don, with 3:15 to go in the third quarter. This is such a huge possession. If you can make it a 2-score game going into the fourth, you might have the momentum and a shot.
Yes.
But right here, it seems like such a crucial drive.
Yeah, they have to turn this game around. The Tigers were not afraid to go for it there. Basically pulling their own version of the Wildcat. On 4th down, having their quarterback leave the game. Ponies have to be very excited about that, because a touchdown there probably does mean this game is out of hand, but it's not. They can come down and score and get this game back under control.
Vensky in the offense will start. Casey back to throw, looking across the middle, tip ball nearly intercepted. Thurston was in the vicinity as well.
Quarterback was under some intense pressure. I was wondering if there was going to maybe be a hold there. And then he almost throws a pick. Wow. So far, things have not really come together for Stillwater in the second half. And the Tiger fans are going bananas.
2nd and 10. Handoff to Day. Jake Day runs into a host of Tigers up front. And it's going to be 3rd and pretty long here for Stillwater. Definitely not the 3rd down situation that they wanted to be in.
No, I think that play would have been nicer on 1st down.
And it's going to be 3rd and 7 once we get there. Now you're at a point, you're down 3 touchdowns. You're most likely going to look to the air in this situation. Vensky looks, short pass complete to Cullen. Oh, he stayed in bounds somehow. He cut back inside the 30, and I think they're going to give him the 1st. Oh, we'll have to take another look at that. That seemed like for sure he was going to be short on that quick out route.
Hard work by the former quarterback.
Caught it, and look, 2 players, they go low, but with their shoulders, they don't wrap up with their arms. Cullen able to take advantage.
Yeah, no one wraps up. Cullen knows what to do if that happens.
Vensky the snap, quick throw out to Cullen. Cullen 35, good quick screen across the 40 and a nice 9-yard pickup. So 2 in a row to the former quarterback, Luke Cullen.
Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to set something up with all those short passes to Cullen. They're trying to open up somebody deep, trying to get the offense to creep in a little bit.
Down to the 42-yard line.
Because on that 3rd down play, it looked like they were just giving up by letting that happen.
Vensky, low snap,
oh, no.
bobbled it, and he goes down.
Well, he got a little rough treatment there.
He's looking to set something up. I think of the running game with Jake Day on that one, but that'll push him back. We're getting close to the final minute here of the 3rd quarter.
Lots of long pauses here as the Pony offense tries to figure out what they're going to do.
Under a minute, it's 3rd and 8. Vensky to throw. Vensky got a man.
Wide open.
Makes the grab into Tiger territory. 1st down. And the catch by Max Richardson making the play. And that's a big 1st down. Big pass completion. The longest of the day for Vensky.
2 3rd downs that they needed to convert, and they did. Might end this 3rd quarter on a high note after all. Looks like there's a little confusion with players running left and right.
As to who's on the field, where everybody's lined up. Vensky fakes it, throws that out to Cullen. Another short pass to Cullen, and he gets a solid 5 yards out of it.
They like to give him the ball with some blockers.
He went out of bounds. We'll see if they wind the clock here to get to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Looks like no.
2nd and 7. Vensky gets it, and Vensky is going to look for Richardson. Down the sideline, in and out of the hands.
Richardson's very disappointed by that.
That was a pretty good throw. We'll see it on the replay here from Casey Vensky. One-on-one coverage. He put it right where he can get it, but also good coverage as well.
Yeah, I think we're now in the era where you need to be able to catch it almost with one hand, somehow sheeting off the defender. That's a tough play, but I think you want him to make that play.
Going deep on 2nd down. Now we'll get to 3rd and 7.
This 3rd quarter will not end.
Vensky back to pass. Throws. Oh, some contact, and they do not throw the penalty flag. Eric Stack was the intended target. And that will end the 3rd quarter here from Pony Stadium. Farmington gets on the board once more. It's 28-7 Tigers at the end of the third. More after this. Fourth quarter action coming up on VAC TV.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
(28-7) Farmington here as we start the fourth quarter. Fourth and 7, and the Ponies are going to punt it away. And it just goes all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So they couldn't do anything there offensively. A punt to start the fourth quarter.
A very nice punt. A little deeper than they wanted.
They're going to have to buckle down defensively right now. It seems like Stillwater has been able to put a couple of runs, sometimes passes together, but it seems like in one drive, except for their scoring drive, they haven't really been able to put everything together in some of their drives.
Yeah, that's the big difference right now, is not being able to get that consistency. I mean, they can force a turnover here. Maybe that'll be the kind of break they need. That certainly is what given the Tigers this big lead.
Hand off to Jans.
Good strong tackle there.
I should say Connor Sopland, the senior running back on the carry. Weber made the stop for Stillwater. Man in motion, and they're going to give it to him. Going to the far side, Stillwater looking to stretch it out. And we'll get to third down here.
Stillwater was ready for that. They were sliding to the right before that play was even hiked. Nice third down here that they need to make the Tigers punt.
3rd and 5. Rolling out. Firing. Got a man open. Complete. To Hendrickson and a first down. Carter Hendrickson, he's been highly involved here tonight, and that's just another beautiful pass by Barrows.
Yeah, he's been impressive. Just lays it out there for his wide receiver to go get.
Got to give credit to his receivers too, getting open.
Yes.
When they've gotten open, they've really gotten open.
Yeah, I suppose to some degree you got good play calling happening there too, putting guys in position to succeed.
First down, Barrows will fake. Barrows throws, across the middle, incomplete. That one might have gotten deflected.
Yes.
Good coverage as well by Gus Bettner.
That's another play where the Ponies are just close.
2nd and 10. Ball right on the edge of Stillwater territory. Back to throw. Looks to set up the screen. He's got him. Middle screen across midfield. Across the 40. He breaks free. Down to the 21-yard line. Isaac Usk, the junior, on a beautiful middle screen. Great blocking downfield. We'll have another look at it.
The key there is Barrett being able to keep himself calm. They let all the ponies come through because they're setting up the screen. He's got nothing but a wall of red coming at him, but he's still able to get it out, swing it out to Ask, and then all we ask you to do is go.
The thing about these Farmington wide receivers is that they are quick, they're fast. When they get the ball, they make guys miss.
Yes.
And there are a lot of good receivers, from Isaac Ass to Eli Green to Hendrickson. There are guys that can make plays all over the field.
Yeah, they have a lot of weapons, and they have a quarterback who can use it, who can use them. So that's a nice combination.
Remember, our next football broadcast is next Friday night. Stillwater will take on Roseville. If you remember last year, Stillwater was down 10 on the road at Roseville, came back to win that one in dramatic fashion. We got flags.
Good.
Early flags.
Oh, false start.
And a false start on Farmington. So that'll move the Tigers 5 yards back. The thing about these long drives is they're taking a lot of that time off the clock. Barrett will roll out. He's got some pressure. He's going to chuck it long to the end zone. Incomplete. Hudson Day had the coverage.
Yeah, that was Day's ball. He covered that ball very well, covered that pass really well.
Barrett firing to the end zone, nearly intercepted, in and out of the hands of Day.
It's a good job by the captain. But Barrett laid it out there for his teammate to go get.
Hand off up the middle, looking to get some of the yards back. And look at him push his back, and Jans just backpedals and gets low and pushes the line forward.
Yeah, he's a little locomotive. He just pushes through there.
And you look at Jans just going right up the middle, and look at his legs. He just keeps on churning and churning, even when his back is turned around.
Yeah, he's not afraid to drive. That's great for a running back to do.
Barrett will look over the middle, looking for Green, incomplete.
Yeah, that was a little behind.
Schoenecker had the coverage. There, number 7, Eli Green, the intended target. He's gotten involved in the running and passing game here tonight.
When that ball pops loose, you really want Schoenecker to figure out a way to grab it. Ponies really need a turnover here.
4th and 6. They're going to keep their offense on the field. Well, maybe they won't. They call a timeout here. They didn't like the formation on there, and a timeout called by the orange and black of Farmington. Ted LaRue alongside Don Ackerman. 9:21 left in the 4th. A 3-score lead here for the Farmington Tigers. Time is obviously not in favor of Stillwater. It has been offensively, Farmington has been great so far, haven't they, here this evening?
Yeah, they got the chances early, and then after that, the second half, I think they've looked really solid. Stillwater has not really had a chance to get back into this game since they had the break.
And a score here. We'll see if Farmington can convert, but a score here would all but seal this one up.
Yeah, I think if you see the Tigers score here, that means the next time they possess the ball, you're going to see nothing but running, nothing but clock eating. Just take this victory home.
4th and 6. Barrett to throw, under pressure. He just lobs it up there. Touchdown! Farmington.
Hendrickson is excited.
Carter Hendrickson in the back of the end zone. On 4th down, another look at it here, Don. Does it get more accurate than that?
No. No, that's perfectly placed.
Right between two Stillwater defensive backs.
Well, and if he overthrows his wide receiver, he might accidentally throw it to his teammate.
Right in the back of the end zone, a perfect ball for the touchdown. Extra point. That was, no, they're going to fake it. I think it was blocked. I think they might have fumbled the snap there.
Yes,
and then,
that was a fumble snap there, and the play just blew up.
To say the least, that would have been odd if they would have faked the extra point there in that situation, which they did not. But it remains 34-7 in favor of Farmington. Stillwater, of course, you want to end this game. I mean, you want to keep on fighting as long as you can, obviously. But, yeah, you see the fumbled hold there, and that's what resulted in no extra point.
Eli Shannon, the snapper, tries to make the most of it, kind of throws it out to the side. Just hoping something happens. But I think he just didn't want to take the tackle, didn't want to take the ball down with him, so he just throws it out, hoping something happens.
So 9:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Obviously, you want to end on a positive note if you can here in the last 9:15. Get as many points on the board as you can. If you're looking, you don't want to be at that point, but if you're looking ahead, what do they need to improve on here as you think as the weeks come by based on what you've seen here tonight?
I really think that their running game was their strong suit. It seemed like that set things up pretty well for them.
It's tough, though, when you get behind by multiple scores to continue sticking with that running game, though. That's the problem there.
Right. But the Tigers, having the game in hand, they still kept up with their passing game and saw some success.
They are definitely a confident team, I think, when it comes to the passing game. Yes. Alex Barrett is a junior quarterback. Watch out for him. Watch out for this Farmington offense. They can get up and down the field and put points on the board.
I mean, I can't help but think back to that one beautiful drive that Stillwater had.
Short kickoff. It's scooped up. Dangerous play as Farmington could have recovered that on their own.
Yeah, the Tigers aren't going to kick it deep.
You see that this is a live ball, of course, on a kickoff. And it came close. It just hopped up, scoop it up. Joe Krenz, the junior, went forward.
Heady play, that's probably kind of scary. Picking up a ball that's bouncing away from the people coming at you.
First down, low snap. Handed to Day. Day still on his feet. Broke through the first couple of tackles.
But I agree with you. I think Stillwater wants to have one more nice drive at least. Repeat what they did in the first half. Show that they can put together those plays that they want to put together. Have some success. And the Tigers want none of that.
2nd and 6. Vensky back to throw. He's got time. Across the middle. It was a little bit behind his intended target. He was looking for Nick Albers. Offensive line has done a pretty decent job tonight when Vensky has gone back to throw. It doesn't seem like he's been pressured or hurried a ton here tonight.
Yeah, it seems like he's just a little bit off target. On that last play, I was wondering if he was going to go to Thurston, who's kind of coming down the side. He was also bracketed by the Tigers, so it seems like the Tigers' defense has been all over the Ponies.
3rd and 6, just one safety over the top here for Farmington. We'll see if they exploit that. Low snap, and it goes past Vensky. And it's picked up, I believe, by Farmington as it went through the hands of Casey Vensky. Tigers football. John Jones recovers the fumble. Another look at it. That one just was a hot ground ball. And there's John Jones. Vensky tried to scoop it up, but Jones came in there and took it away.
Yeah, Vensky did look a little tentative. And sometimes when you're tentative, you don't get the ball. You're going to see a heavy, looks like they're in a shotgun formation.
Going to spread everybody out, empty backfield, and Barrett is going to go for it all right away. Tipped, but it's caught. Touchdown, Farmington. Guess who? Carter Hendrickson. A 28-yard strike for the touchdown. That one was tipped just a small amount by Ian Hanlon, the defensive back. But great coordination and awareness by Hendrickson to keep his eye on the ball.
And was that Gantz, the running back behind him, who also could have been a target there easily? I think that you had 2 Tigers in that corner of the end zone and 1 defender in front of them, bracketed. But that quarterback's too good.
And the extra point will go through. It's 41-7 Farmington. I think one thing we found out here tonight, although Farmington went just 1-7 last year, the youth, it appears, has grown up, and this is an explosive offense that can strike at any time.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the downside to having a young team. The first year, there's a little bit of growing pains, but that second year you can see results. And so far, the Tigers are seeing those Tiger Cubs have become Tigers.
Absolutely. You look at this team. Barrett is a junior. Eli Green is a junior. Carter Hendrickson is a junior. We've called his name a ton tonight.
Yes.
Zach Jans is a junior. All of those guys are juniors, which means all of them will be back next season.
Is a junior.
Isaac Ask, you said, is a junior as well. This is a team that is loaded not only for this year, but it appears next year. Head coach Adam Fisher's team is looking pretty good, and they've showed it here tonight.
Yeah, and if you look on the defense side of the ball, you don't see a lot of that many seniors either, so.
Not a lot of seniors, no doubt about that. In 2012, Farmington went 7-3. Since then, they've gone just 13-41. 4 of those seasons have finished with 2 or less wins, and here's a very short kick. Bobble ball! Close recovery situation. I think the Ponies fell on it.
And I think those longtime Tiger fans would say, in 2019, they went 1-0.
At least that's the way it looks like it's going to go anyway.
Let's not look back to 2013.
You saw how close that one could have been to being recovered by Farmington.
So you pointed out that the Stillwater jersey pants have the state of Minnesota. They also have the Minnesota State on the back of the jersey, right at the top, under the helmet. Nice little...
Vensky gives it today up the middle, gets past the 40.
Shout out to the home state there. It's right there at the top in white. Nice little state of Minnesota. So they're repping all over.
Yeah, it's been tough to give the ball to Jake Day, and you got to go to the air when you're down by all these scores. Day has had a solid day running the ball. Low snap, Vensky gets it, fires complete. Across midfield, Thurston made the grab.
Yeah, those low snaps really have created a problem today, unfortunately. Something to work on this week is to get that snap up. They had the big loss earlier in the third quarter.
Handoff.
But that's what this first game's about, finding out some of the things that you need to work on, tuning those next week.
So as I said, Roseville is next week.
I mean, luckily you're home. Gives you a little bit of home cooking, maybe a little bit of extra time to work on some of those things if you want to take it.
Roseville was a tough game a year ago. Then they're going to go on the road to White Bear Lake. Vensky to throw across the middle. He's got Thurston long down to the 15-yard line. There's some home cooking for you.
That was nice. Yeah, Thurston had to stop and wait for that. He was so wide open.
But that was a great throw by Casey Vensky right on the middle, and Thurston running to the post. Nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, this is what Stillwater wanted a little earlier.
Vensky, he'll hand it off. He gets inside the 10. Day hits the hole hard.
Now they're putting together the drive that I think we were looking for earlier.
6.5 to play.
Oh.
Vensky hands it off to Day. Day looking to cut inside.
I could hear the student section doing, I guess they were doing the Skol chant, but I thought they were saying score. And I looked to see if that was the Ponies, but it actually wasn't. It was the Tiger fans. I thought they were saying score, and I was wondering, why are you cheering for the score for the opponent? I think that was the Skol chant. So they're staying involved.
Vensky hands it off again. And they were at 3rd and 2 there, and they came up short. So, of course, they're going to keep their offense on the field here. Down 41-7.
I know it's a thing you'd ask me, but I'm going to pull the rug out from under you. What do you run here?
Well, roll out to the wide side of the field.
Okay.
Roll out, see what you can do. You got.
I wanted to punch up the gut.
Fake. Vensky keeps it. We were both wrong.
Good.
But it doesn't matter because Stillwater gets into the end zone. With Casey Vensky and a read option, he pulls it. And they get into the end zone for the second time tonight. We'll take another look at it. Casey Vensky and a read option. Great block. He cuts upfield and hits pay dirt.
Yeah, he shucked the tackle there to get in. That was big because that wasn't 3rd and something or 4th and something. That was 4th and get there. 4th and everything. And he got it.
I mean, Stillwater's touchdown drives that they did score on, I
Nice.
think one common thing is that although there was the pass to Thurston, they ran the ball well.
Yes.
They ran the ball well. But those drives have looked that they did score on have looked pretty good here tonight as Cullen will look to add the point after low line drive kick. And it's good. And it makes it 41-14.
That almost looked like what we might see tomorrow in the soccer game, like a nice almost top corner.
What's that line from the movie The Replacements? You got to go over the bar, not under it.
Exactly. Yeah, it looked really close. That's the kind of drive that Stillwater really needed. It didn't take that long. It was very successful. There's still 5 minutes left. So really, there's still some time to do things. I think, if you could do that in the third, it'd be better, but that's the kind of drive that I think Stillwater wanted. See some success. Now they can build on it.
Well, I think when it came down to the defense. I mean, you look, they had 21 points
yes.
at halftime, Farmington, and they put up another 20 here in the second half. The defense was looking good there in the second quarter, but the second half,
yeah,
Farmington kind of adjusted with their game plan, and they did exactly what they needed to do.
So far, Farmington has won 2 games, 20-7.
I think it can all be stemmed back to the start. The pick six, the field position. It was such an impressive start by Farmington. Cullen puts boot to ball. And it's going to roll all the way into the end zone.
He really wanted that to go out of bounds.
That was a close one right there at the goal line. Another look at this one.
This is great.
He's waiting for it to go out of bounds or into the end zone. Look how close that one is, and it just takes a quick turn, a bad bounce.
Yes.
On Eli Green there. And a touchback.
Yeah, Green wanted to celebrate an error there and almost created one himself.
As we said, next Friday night, Roseville comes to town. Stillwater came back to beat them on the road last season, and then White Bear Lake was a great turnaround story last year. They're going to go on the road to White Bear. Oh, and then homecoming right here on Woodbury, against Woodbury, a top 5 team last year, expecting to be good again this year as the Tigers will take their second timeout here. So,
from what you see on the plays, on the drives where the Stillwater's been successful, you can be excited about next week.
Yeah.
And say, look, you do that 4 or 5 more times.
Yeah. And you'll be okay. And I think it comes down to your defense as well. I mean, anytime you surrender 40-plus points, it's going to be awfully difficult to win unless you're a team playing in the Big 12 conference where it seems like they score over 100 points every week in the world of college football.
Yeah, I don't think we're seeing 100. I don't want to see 100 tonight.
But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to stop. But Farmington, you got to give them a bunch of credit. They have a lot of very talented kids in this team, on this program. Right up the middle as Barrett hands it off down to the 40-yard line. Soppeland right up the middle.
I think now the Tigers might be into run the clock mode. I was surprised last drive where they came out and they were passing a lot.
Soppeland has gotten a fair amount of carries here tonight as well. So we're under 5 minutes to play here in regulation.
A little bit of confusion on positioning by the Tigers wide receivers. Somewhat less relevant when it's a run.
Soppeland right up the middle again.
Yeah, I think we might see a lot of Soppeland for the rest of this game.
Yeah. Hudson Day came in to make the stop.
But it's 2nd and long, so they're going to have to get more than 1 yard on a play.
Now watch out for this Farmington team. Keep an eye on them all season long.
Yeah, they have a good quarterback. That's a nice keystone and a lot of weapons at wide receiver.
Man in motion, they're just going to give it up the middle. Initial broken tackle. Picks up about 4. Right up the gut, that's Soppeland yet again.
And Gans and Soppeland look good in the running back position too. And all that success is because their line's been doing pretty well too. So you really have a good unit.
I like both offensive lines tonight. I think both of them played pretty well. Both Farmington obviously protecting the passer. He was under pressure a couple of times tonight, but Stillwater's offensive line did pretty good as well. Casey Vensky wasn't under pressure a lot tonight. So pass blocking has been a strength, I think, of both teams here this evening. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Tigers. We'll flip forward on the sweep. He's going to be just a couple of yards short, it appears.
So the real question, is he close enough?
That was Ben Bustins, the sophomore. First time we've called his name tonight. A little flip forward.
I think they're going to go for it here.
4th and 2, 3 minutes in change remaining. Fourth and 2 is Barrett. Remember, Barrett he punts as well, so he's far enough back in the formation where, and he's going to punt this one away, and that's a nice kick. End over end, but still nice. Takes a Farmington bounce.
Perfect.
Inside the 5. Look at that field position.
Oh.
Does it get better than that? It does not. I'll answer my own question. Oh, they're going to, they might have ruled this one.
His heels were on the end.
I think they ruled it a touchback.
Yeah.
We'll take another look at the replay here and see exactly.
Look at the replay. The guy who's going to touch it down puts his feet on the line.
Yeah, he's in the end zone. Yeah, you can't do that. You got a better eye than me.
It's like, what do you?
No,
you're so close. I mean, because he did a great thing.
Right.
He's in position. He just needs to be like half a yard forward, not touching that white stripe. If you really want to have that moment, you really want to give that play to the kicker, right?
Yes.
You had a great punt. You put in the great spot. My reward is to let you enjoy and bask in that moment.
Vensky, and he'll fake it, and he'll toss it out. It's complete to Thurston. Thurston will be playing Division I lacrosse at Providence. He's already committed over there. Great player on the lacrosse field. And it'll be 2nd and 4. Low snap, Vensky, screen pass. Looking to break free. First down and more.
That's a nice play. That's one you can circle and bring back next weekend.
Yeah, Luke Cullen, that's been his play. Just throw it to him out on that screen pass, have him catch it, see what he can do moving forward. And Cullen does enough to pick up a lot of yards and a first down.
Yeah, 2 blockers in front of him.
Low snap again. Cullen throws it out, or I should say Vensky throws it out to Cullen, and now he's coming all the way back. We'll see if he can get blockers in front of him. Cullen, we got flags flying. And when you're running all over the field like that there, and you're going opposite field, you can get some flags.
You can be certain that's a holding.
Another look at it. We'll see if we can catch the penalty. Well, looks like it was a little bit out of frame there, but you're right. This one may be in the area of holding. A minute 47 to go. Officials still talking about it.
Oh. It was not holding.
It is against Stillwater. So this one is going to be moved back. It's a personal foul.
Yeah, I think you might have a chop block going on.
So that'll move them a lot of yards back. Penalties at points have detrimented Stillwater some drives here and kind of pushed them back a little bit.
Yeah, I think both teams have had penalties called against them, but the ones against Stillwater have been more painful.
Officially 1st and 29, high pass in and out of the hands of Albers.
That was almost the end of the game.
A little bit high on the delivery.
Yeah, if Sundit can see that, so that's happening, he can probably pick that ball off and get a nice little INT to seal the W.
Vensky, quick throw, pass, complete. He's wrapped up at the 29, well short of the first down. Max Richardson over there.
They're kind of letting that happen. They're going to let you get those underpasses. Try to keep you in bounds.
Third and 21 upcoming here for the Ponies. And we'll see if Vensky can throw along. See what's going to happen. He takes a deep drop and he throws it overthrown, looking for Thurston across the middle.
Did a good job recovering after that lower than usual, that low snap. Scooped it up nicely and chose his target.
Just a little bit overthrown. Farmington is at, I think they've defended that well at times tonight. They've always had a safety over the top, and that's how the interception happened earlier.
Yes. Impressive little display by the Tiger fans there.
Vensky looking. Got a man. Richardson across the middle, a little bit too high and wide. 2 Tigers right behind him.
So if you overthrow it, they're probably looking to pick it. Otherwise, Richardson's going to get hit.
Yeah, that's tough because if you lead him a little bit more, you saw in that last replay, that one might be intercepted. You got 2 guys, 2 defenders in the area. That's tough. They've played good defense over the top here tonight.
Yes, they have not let the Ponies get beyond them.
Minute 3 here. I think we're going to just expect Farmington to run out the clock.
They like that shotgun.
Hand it off. We got a backup quarterback in there. It's 18, Connor Van Winkle. He's a junior as well. We've reached the final minute. Not the way Stillwater wanted it to go here on opening night of the high school football season.
No, and back to your stat, Ted, they've lost.
There'll be now 4
the last 4, including
4 season openers, and 5 of the last 6 now will be the statistic here. Handoff up the middle. Logan Lukasek up the middle, the junior. And that might be the last play of this game.
That's
Farmington, a dominant offensive performance here on opening night. As the clock will wind down its final seconds, the Farmington Tigers top the Stillwater Ponies tonight, 41-14. Farmington with the victory here on the road as Stillwater falls here on an opening Thursday night. We'll be back to wrap it up with highlights and more after this on VAC TV.
The program didn't. It's pretty cool.
Mr. Dennis McDonough.
Two more times. Come on. It's gonna collect in some kind of a basin up here.
It is just an unbelievable experience and advantage that we're giving to kids.
(41-14) victory here tonight. Farmington tops Stillwater on opening night here at Pony Stadium. LaRue and Don Ackerman. Don, it was a quick start for Farmington, and they propelled it the rest of the way to impressive victory for the Tigers over the Ponies here week one.
Yeah, I think once that hole was dug, you couldn't get out of it.
And we'll take a look at the highlights here of this game. There were plenty early on here for Farmington, as this was an explosive offense. Alex Barrett and company, they did it from the start. First half, and then second half they scored 20 more points. But I think early in the game, I think we talked about it was the turnover, and it was the field position. And that was what allowed Farmington to jump on them early.
Yeah, I mean, Stillwater did have two good drives to make you think that this game could turn around, but they could not do much more than those two drives. And those two drives equaled the 14 points that we see on the board.
And in the end, Farmington with the victory here over Stillwater tonight. But, yes, it's not the way, obviously, you wanted to start. But I think it's hard to judge teams at the high school level on what they did last year. But I think you can see that Farmington is going to be a much improved football team here this season. So, it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see how Stillwater responds. They've got Roseville here next week, and you got to respond. There were some bright spots, with Vensky in this passing game, and of course, as we said, the running game as well with Jake Day. But when you get behind by those amount of scores, it is very difficult to be able to come back. So that'll wrap things up here from Pony Stadium. Once again, here, final thoughts from you, Don.
Yeah, I was just going to say the next two games are going to be covered, so we'll be there.
Well, we will be there next week. Roseville, Friday night. Make sure you tune in here to VAC TV. And, of course, tomorrow night, Hastings versus Stillwater boys soccer. And then Tuesday night, Stillwater versus Egan volleyball. Mike Peden will be on the play-by-play for both of those games. Once again, for our entire crew, for Don Ackerman, my name is Ted LaRue. 41-14 the final here tonight. This has been Pony Football on VAC TV. We'll see you tomorrow night for boys soccer.
The preceding broadcast of Stillwater Pony Sports on VAC TV has been supported by Joseph's Restaurant. Thank you for watching VAC TV Sports.